Welcome to CCN Midday News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, April 22nd. No, Mr. So-called President, your racism won't stop the coronavirus. Betsy DeVos bars undocumented college students from emergency aid. And the Senate votes to increase funding for small businesses dealing with the coronavirus shutdown. Trump's White House sidelining the Surgeon General following his comments on the threat that the COVID-19 poses on communities of color. And Republican governor of Maryland says that he has no idea why Trump blasted him at the briefing. Let's get to the news. This was so inevitable that it genuinely difficult to muster the appropriate level of outrage. Donald Trump, who has spent his 20-plus waking hours a day grasping desperately for a scapegoat to distract from his own failures to slow down the spread of the coronavirus and to prevent the country from economic collapse, has declared that he's going to ban immigration. As usual, it comes to Trump's setting policy. It is unclear whether he can actually do what he claims he can do, or whether the legal ramifications will in any way match the supposed reasoning rolled out on Twitter. According to the Washington Post, an executive order is being drafted that would suspend nearly all immigration under the rationale of preventing the spread of the infection by foreigners arriving from abroad. This pretense, of course, is laughable. The United States now has more confirmed cases than any other nation on earth, 750,000 as of Tuesday morning, which is more than 3 times as many as Spain, the country with the second largest confirmed cases. I understand that the number of cases, in China is unclear and may be significantly larger than the officials have said. Of course, the actual number in the U.S. is quite likely much larger, since Trump's initial effort to slow down testing has been highly successful, preventing people from getting the accurate medical care turns out to be one of his few real skills, resulting in a situation where we literally have no idea how many people are actually infected. The Trump administration on Tuesday prohibited undocumented college students from receiving emergency federal cash assistance for expenses like food, childcare, and housing. The economic rescue law passed by Congress gives $6 billion to college students to dial out the students for expenses stemming from the disruption on campuses caused by the pandemic. But Education Department officials in the new guidance outline said that the money can go only to students who qualify for federal financial aid, U.S. citizens, and some legal permanent residents. That prevent undocumented students from access to the money, although the law includes no explicit restrictions on which students could receive the emergency grants. The group that won't receive assistance includes hundreds of thousands of members of the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, which has provided work authorization and deportation protection for undocumented people who were illegally brought to the United States as children or overstayed their visa. The Supreme Court is considering whether the program should continue and is expected to issue a decision by June. The Senate on Tuesday overwhelmingly approved a deal to increase funding for a popular small business loan program that ran out of money last week as businesses scrambled for a lifeline during the coronavirus pandemic. The House is expected to pass the measure on Tuesday, giving members time to return to Washington to vote. President Trump has vowed to sign it. The bill provides an additional $484 billion in coronavirus relief, including $310 billion for the now depleted Paycheck Protection Program, which was designed to provide forgivable loans to small businesses if they keep workers on the payroll during the economic shutdown caused by the pandemic. The program exhausted its original $349 billion last week, but efforts to immediately replenish funding stalled by Democrats as well as Republicans, arguing over what else is to be included in an interim spending bill. An agreement was reached early Tuesday. Surgeon General Jerome Adams, who is an African American, has recently spoken out about the racial health disparities and the threat that people of color face in the United States during the coronavirus pandemic. And now Republicans Dan Diamond reports that Adams is being sidelined by the Trump administration. Diamond observed the Trump administration took the Surgeon General Jerome Adams off the television last week after his controversial remarks on the COVID-19 threat to minorities, silencing the White House's loudest voice on racial disparities, even as concerns mount about the risk to communities of color. Adams made just one TV appearance last week, a steep decline from the 10-plus TV appearances he's made the prior weeks on the program, like ABC's Good Morning America's and CBS's This Morning, and NBC's The Today Show. After Adams spoke at the press briefing on April 10th, Diamond noted some liberals and progressives criticized him for, as Diamond put it, shifting responsibility to minorities. But Diamond observed that the health officials also fear that minimizing Adams means the White House is retreating from questions about its work on behalf of the minority community. Governor Larry Hogan said on Tuesday that he had no idea why President Donald Trump sharply criticized him during a White House news conference the previous day. Hogan told MSNBC that he and other governors had a great conversation with Trump and Vice President Mike Pence during a conference call, and then somehow it went off the rails yesterday in a press conference. But I have no idea why. During Monday's White House coronavirus task force briefing, Trump said that each governor had been given a list of labs in their state that they could help increase their capacity to test their residents for the virus. The governor from Maryland didn't really understand the list, Trump said. He didn't understand too much about what was going on. So now I think he'll be able to do that. It's pretty simple, but they have tremendous capacity, and we hope to be able to help him out. Hogan said that during the call, simply pointed out that most of the labs on the list in Maryland were federally owned, including the National Institute of Health. He said that he had been trying for more than a month to get access to use labs like the NIH, with no success until Pence and Trump committed to opening them up during the. Once again, thank you for watching CCN Midday News. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you will never miss another news update. Have a great day. Peace.